so cute.
Oh, Band of Brothers is on mine too. Okay.
He don't know those.
Doc.
He's like,
Hey, Cheek, Doc's on too.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. No.
But anyways, my main reason. What's up, Doc? Not much, buddy. I just seen y'all and I thought I'd send you a chat. 'Cause I ain't talked to you in a while.
Well, I have just kind of been doing my own thing. Lifeguard might join here. Didn't know if it was you were wanting to talk about something in regards to Fleet or Armada.
About the Armada to you?
Yeah, I saw you left the Armada chat, so that's why I was wondering if it might be something in regards to that.
Oh, no, I didn't think I even left, I didn't know I left the Armada chat. Oh, I know what I did. Because all my chats were full, and the only reason why I left the chat was because, I was, cleaning out all my chats. Because my chat thing was completely full.
Okay. That makes sense. Dragon ended up doing the same thing as well, though I think he's just kind of done with Star Trek for a while.
Oh, he did?
What's the stuff you got from Alex?
Well, I haven't seen Dragon on in a long time now, so...
Yeah, like...
He's on other games.
Yeah, I noticed that. I ended up taking my main, back out of, my main fleet. I ended up putting him into a, PvP group, trying to help my build out a little bit. But, I still got my other fleet, and, we're still working on, getting it better.
That's an ongoing thing. Good news
Oh,
is
yeah.
I've just noticed it and I need to start working on it. They changed the Klingon Admiralty system.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, so instead of giving you dilithium ore, it's giving you fleet dilithium vouchers. So you get that. That's 40,000 dilithium you can put into a fleet right away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going through the old patch notes and I noticed that and just think, and it makes sense. You already have another. Out of the 4 you have to work with on Admiralty, one of them, the Ferengi, already gives you dilithium, so
Yeah.
you don't need 2 giving you dilithium ore.
No, you really don't.
So it makes sense because this is far more valuable to people in fleets and armadas.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me, I need to go do that right now and start that since I've got one sitting on 10.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost thought about just quitting my fleet a while back ago, just stepping back completely. I stepped back for about 2 months, and I just let Cheek and Dottie and Saver run the fleet for a little bit because I had to get away from it. I just had to play other games for a while because I was getting frustrated because I felt like only me and a couple leaders were doing anything.
I get that.
And I got really pissed. I was about ready to just kick everybody out of the fleet and start anew. As far as getting people in, because obviously I want people. I understand that when you join an armada, they're there to help you, but they're not there to coddle you and to do everything for the fleet. And I felt like the Armada was doing more than our people in our fleet were. And now I was getting real mad and real frustrated, and so I had to step back because I was literally gonna ransack the fleet and be like, okay, you're not active, and we would have been down to like 20 people. And like, I mean, like, to be totally honest with you, Cheek is the only one that I actually talked to about that I needed a break.
I get that. We all just kind of did our own thing for a while. Lifeguard and Dragon started playing other games. I'm on Destiny as much as I am on Star Trek.
Right.
There's mostly because there's some real in-game content to work on here.
Right. And like I said, you know, I noticed that you were on, so I was like, I have got to talk to this dude. I haven't talked to him in a while. I wanted to see how how we're doing. So we finally have our fleet up to level 20. You know, it's taken a while to get it even there, but...
Oh yeah. It took us almost 2 years to get ours up all the way.
Yeah.
I'll try with the fleet being completely restructured during that process.
Right. I think we're about... I can almost say with the certainty I'm almost there right now, and just saying screw it, we're going to completely redo everything, and if people don't like it, screw them.
Well, our fleet got redone, not so much because there were issues with people being active, it was that our former fleet leader was never on.
Right.
And so they were gone so long, leadership passed to Lifeguard, who brought in Dragon and ended up renaming the fleet, and a bunch of people left. That was it.
Yeah, like, and another thing is, and like I told Saber, or Cheeky quite a bit of times, I feel like some of the leaders, like, for instance, and I've said this to Cheeky quite a bit, and one of our leaders, his name is Dottie, he doesn't get on quite as much anymore. Good guy, he has done, and I can't say nothing bad about him, he has done quite a bit of work as far as in our fleet, but he hasn't here lately, he hasn't been on, which, like I said, I can't really blame him because I did the same thing. So I'm not going to sit here and say, well, you're doing this and you're doing that, why aren't you doing this? That would be outrageously stupid. When I just did the same thing, I had to step back for a while. But I know
it's supposed to be a game, not a job or chores.
Yeah, exactly. And like right now we've got we have 187 people in the fleet, and active right now we got 3 people. Cheek's on his main, or one of his other characters, so he's on, but he's not on the character in the Dead Tide, so but I did, however, end up getting a retrain token to because I wanted to eventually to respec my character, because I want to put him more towards healing and tactical, you know, for more damage wise.
Well, remember, best way to get a bunch of those respec tokens is to go to your reputations.
Right.
Once you get those all maxed out, it'll take a couple months. Once you do, you'll have all those tokens ready to go.
Right. Well, I ended up buying this one. I've got trying to think here. I ended up spending 300 then, obviously, to do my retrain. But my biggest thing right now is I really don't know how to respec. I don't even know how to. When I made this character, I made engineering, and like my healing is really good now, but now my damage output is not that good. When it was the other way around, I was doing good damage, but I wasn't doing very good healing at all. And
It's the balancing act.
yeah.
Right now, I have my character spec'd, so on the ground it's more a kit-based build, and in space I have it set so I can go between either a carrier build or a science build without having to do much besides change a few traits around.
Right. You alright, Cheek?
I'm assimilating everything.
I forgot you had that assimilated
Assimilating everything.
module.
I assimilated everything. You will be assimilated.
So, Doc, I ended up, cause see, I can't do sure play for some reason. So I ended up, starting a broadcast.
Okay.
Cause I mean, like I said, I don't really have, I mean, like, okay, so the fleet I put my main in, I put him in, Riders of the Apocalypse. The one thing I will say though is, it's been a long time since I could say I could do this, but I can finally do elite missions by myself. It takes me a while, but I don't die.
I haven't really tried elite missions on my own. It's just haven't had the desire to do so yet.
Right. Now the one thing I know I need to do, let me see, what was it? I think it is competitive. Yeah, I need to do a core assault on elite 2 more times. I need to do it 2 more times to get well, either elite or elite or advanced to get the competitive thing I need, along with the marks, and I gotta do it 2 more times because I'm trying to get the competitive engine. Let me see which one is I've got that I'm trying to get. It's the prevailing fortified impulse engine.
Hey, do you have another pair of headphones that I can use tomorrow? My earbuds are kind of hurting my ears.
Did you try try mine real quick? Try to put mine in here. They're right there. Or they should be right there. If they do, just leave yours home and take them.
You'll have to pair these to mine.
I mean, that's easy to do. But, yeah. Cause eventually I'm going to try to get the competitive set. But I've got,
keep an eye out for, like, the Red Alert weekends. That's a good way to get the competitive marks without actually having to go in and
they're not always
the pseudo PvP competition of the TFOs.
My ears.
Right. Well, what it is that I need the most is I need the, right, I love you, dear. It's the, I'm trying to think what it is. Oh, it's...
Go out to the car to smoke a cigarette, take that and put it in the car.
Okay, yes. I need to, get, it was the stratagem. Yeah, I need to get 2 more stratagems to make this. I mean, like, I can get the rest of the marks. It's no issue. But I just gotta get 2 more, and I really don't want to have to build them because it like takes 24 hours or 20 something hours for just one. And yeah, I just can't do that, or I don't want to have to do that. So I ended up getting my my stats pretty decently high too.
Survivability is good, and
oh, you got the shield heal. So I sent you a screenshot of what my build's doing right now, as far as like crit chance. Obviously, as of right now, I've got probability manipulation, but once I respec, I won't have probability manipulation anymore.
That's okay. Depending on what other stuff you have available, you'll get pretty close.
Right. Well, I mean, as far as my crit chance, at a normal base, my crit chance is sitting at about a 29%. Yes, it's 28.1. My crit severity is 149. And my accuracy rating is 102. You know, so like I'm really trying to figure out a balanced build, but also, cause right now I'm using, why do my weapons seem so, like, blah? They're usually hitting harder.
Well, depends.
Well, they're at, my Star Wave disruptors are sitting at 1300, and usually they're usually sitting at 14. I might just switch to my the other ones are different. They're still disruptors, but they're not, you know, the Spiral Wave disruptor dual beam banks. But see,
I'm generating the most threat. Go ahead and hit the passes. Stop playing.
now you know they're gonna do that.
They're gonna try to get it to come to them.
What's that, Mr. Destroyer?
They ain't getting enough damage, and I'm still not dead. Thank you, Boston.
So I mean, like I said, I'm doing a little bit more damage now that I switched them weapons around. So now I'm doing the dual beam banks. But I mean, I need to roll them. I need to re-engineer some of them so I can do more damage. Because my accuracy is pretty high.
Yeah, I'm not running a PvP build at all. I can be annoying in a PvP match if I want to, but that's about it.
Right.
I'm not going to really own anything.
I mean, like, I handle my own in most PvPs, but I'm still having kind of like obviously, like, it used to be with me and Cheek, we used to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and he's kind of said, you know, screw you, I'm gonna leave you in the dark, or, you know, leave you out in the dust.
That's not right.
No. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, you know, he's got some better stuff and
He's
he
running
put
the
it on.
mobility escort. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he's done.
The kind that'll run the 10K range in a
Yeah.
couple seconds.
Oh, yeah. And he's. So. And the only reason why I knew that how to make my build a little bit better is I put on my Riser Corvette T5U, and I seen that my crit chance was so high with that one, and I just moved every single console I had on that ship I put on my pilot escort. So like, so that's what I did. I just switched everything around to my engineering pilot escort, and Cheek's been helping me. I will give him 100% of that. You know, he's we'd go into a PvP, and if I was doing something different that I don't normally do, he'll tell me, okay, well, hey, BK, this is what you're doing wrong, or this is what I noticed you're doing that you weren't doing before. And he's been helping me. And like I said, he's been taking his tune, even though like this is the fleet's more my baby than it is his. He's been helping out with the fleet, and like if I'm having an issue with the fleet, you know, he'll come by and help me. Because, you know, he's got his main in lethality, and now I've got mine in the Riders of the Apocalypse. They're a nice group of people, you know, that I always thought, because, you know, listening to what everybody else says, that they're, you know, douchebags that, and this and that, but, you know, they're actually just, they're a nice group of people that, I mean, they're taking somebody that's not really all that great in PvP and let them join. But I'm still trying to figure out what's kind of going on with my with my build though. Find out what. Okay, I can handle a elite freak elite TFO now without a problem by myself, which is mainly the only reason why I wanted a good PvP. Because the way I feel about it is, if you got a good PvP and you can handle your own in PvP, you should be able to destroy any elite TFO. And, yeah, you know.
To a degree. It's just like everything else that has a PvE and PvP build. What you're trying to do in each one is different. There's a different meta for each one.
Right.
I don't know where the meta is at in terms of
beams,
crowd control, but I know I can do pretty well.
Right. Oh yeah, but you've always been able to do pretty well. Well, since I met you, and pretty good crowd control, especially like Overload Cascade, or because you're still a science build, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
I just every time I get to do a crowd mission, CFO, no one dies. It's called Death Lord. Some more, you know, people don't know how to get the constantly dying.
Right.
I just let be like a warlord. I just go through that whole mission like a warrior.
Nice.
It was pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty fun. But now I'm sitting here pissed off, and I apparently got a devil for that.
Well, there you go.
But I'm sitting in that space back there. I'm just bugging out. I ain't doing it.
What time you got to go to work? 8.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck when you have to leave, man. I've been trying to talk to you for the last couple of days, and you've been busy. Just kidding.
At least he is busy. At least he's working. I'm working once a week at most.
Well, I mean, like, I don't have a like. How do I say this? I have a job, but I don't have a 100% check as long as I go in paycheck. I work for Instacart thanks to my buddies Cheeks old ladies helping me out with that, and I made $112 today with 2 orders. So, like, I'm making extra money. My wife, she's a CNA, so like everything I'm making is just extra money, but like I said, thanks to Cheeks old lady, man. If it hadn't been for her, I'd still be between a rock and a hard place right now. Hell.
I feel like that about work. I feel like I'm between a rock and a hard place at work because, it's like, I'm glad I have a job because, it's better to have a job than no job.
Right.
But when your job, the way my job is, and the company don't give a shit about you, and all those higher up bosses and shit don't give a fuck about you, it's hard to care about the job.
Oh, I feel you, brother.
And it's even harder to care about the job when stuff like this is going on in the world, and people are doing way more than it's horrible. Like every night, my job's horrible every night. And and what's really sad is, as much money as we making these motherfuckers because people are eating this much food, they ain't helping us out at all. The job really doesn't give a fuck about us. I'm so sick of it.
This is sad. My job does look at them. They actually do care about us. Unfortunately, I work at a university. We have no bachelor's. When they'll come back.
Oh.
Right, I know that's absolutely horrible. That's what I'm saying, it's bad all around the world. So that's why I said it's a rock and a hard place, because it's better to have a job, but with the conditions that it is, it's just gotten so bad. It's even worse now.
Well, yeah, because
they try to tell us we need better window time. I told them straight up. I said, listen, that's not gonna happen. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be a pessimist. I'm just being a realist. And these people are home with their kids. The ones that aren't parents. They're traveling crazy because they're not used to doing that. Kids are out of school and can't go to work. You can't go out, So people are just coming out and eating. Eating just to eat. And there's no way we're gonna be able to keep up with this. I said we can't bring jobs 1 or 2 nights, but for a company that ain't giving us no 401k, no insurance, and no future of a raise anytime soon. Every time somebody try to talk to them about a raise, they got this and that in the plans that don't involve the crew members. Whether the crew members meet the goals or not. So, trying to say it politely, fuck your time.
right.
Fuck your goals. I can't push myself I can't hurt myself at work before, So, it's really, really horrible. It's just horrible everywhere. Everywhere. There's people that don't have jobs. Like my brother taught me this morning, man. He told me like, when they give me this money, I'm gonna fucking invest it in the drugs. I'm like, don't do that. He's like, well, fuck. Why work for anybody when they can press a button and shut your whole shit down? Now you gotta scramble and scrape when everything comes back up for a country that never gave you anything and fuck about you. He said, what, the proof's in the fucking pudding? I said, well, damn, bro, I ain't saying you ain't got a point. I ain't saying you ain't right. I'm just saying, you know, at least keep a job to you know, stay clean, keep shit clean, you know, at least you have that as a backup. I understand. You know, college, and you get your degree and you don't let it, you know, I understand where you're coming from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, people, good people, it ain't like it's bad people, you know, good people are out on their luck right now because of this crap. Because our government could have made better choices. And I'm not getting all into that, I'm just being honest, man. It's BS, man. Stuff like this shouldn't have happened, man. But we're here, and then people gotta step up to try to deal with it, and that's a whole nother ball game. You know, when you talk about parents ain't used to their kids, and people that come to restaurants are acting foolish because they can't get their head right and their head's too weak or whatever problems they have going on in their life, they just want to put it out on someone else. You know, the other day someone came to my store and threw a freaking cup at the damn, it says 16, 17-year-old girl. I had to go to the front counter and straighten that guy out. Man, how do you act like that, man? I'm sorry, but you know what you're doing. I'm not even getting fired with you or anything. You just threw that at a girl because something wasn't right, bro. Even if you own this store, you don't come first when it's your business, and you don't own the store. So who are you, the rest of these people, that you can throw this at this girl? So society can't even come together as society. People are too weak-minded over bullshit. Oh, bro, I gotta smoke a cigarette. Sorry, guys, but stop.
You're good, bro.
Did I nail out all the points there?
Just about.
I'm probably doing this wrong, but I don't really care. So, I'm trying to build my stuff up a little bit towards more of the, armor pin, shield pin.
Most of my stuff penetrates shields 50% regardless, so I don't usually worry about it.
I mean,
And
mine
the
really
hanger pins
doesn't.
I have, let's see. Yeah, they have acetone beam 3, so shields isn't as big of a
Nice. Okay.
issue for them.
Okay, so...
My weapons aren't really used for anything. They're more buffs than anything else,
Right.
one way or another. Yeah, I've only got 14% crit chance.
Okay.
My crit severity goes from like 80% to right now it's at 160%.
Gotcha.
And one of the reasons for that is, well, one of my phasers.
Right, okay.
And because as a science build, you care more about crit severity than you do about crit chance, because my exotic crit chance is always at minimum 50%.
Let's see, energy, crit chance of crit damage.
One downside to running anoraks in here, you really need maneuverability more than you need anything else. And this thing does not have it.
Okay, now I gotta put my stuff back on. Excuse me. So disruptors are more along the lines of considered not electrical damage, right? Energy damage, right?
Yeah, disruptors are energy damage.
Okay, that's what I thought. And like your energy weapons would be like what?
Okay, so what are you looking at specifically?
I was actually just looking and seeing like one of my my starship traits, and said it gives me a boost on energy electrical weapons.
On electrical weapons?
Yeah.
So electrical weapons, there's only a few that will do electrical damage. Let's see, the prototype experimental weapon does electrical damage. A number of science abilities do electrical damage. There's one ability for the Lucari weapons that will do electricity damage. If I remember correctly, at least. There's not that many electrical abilities, and there's certainly no electric-based weapons, apart from the experimental weapon. Yeah, science, you have the ability to do electrical damage with a number of different damaging abilities. I can't think of any that are specifically electric in nature.
Alright. Oh shit. I forgot this.
Usually, electric damage is a side effect, not a primary damager.
Right, that's what I thought. So, I mean, like, yeah. Most anybody who knows me knows what kind of damage I usually work for. I usually do Disruptor. That's one of my favorite ones anyways. And I work with beams. I could really care less what my ground guy does. I'm more interested in seeing what my space stuff does.
Same. I just now finally got around to actually training my away team officers. They just used whatever they had on them when I first got them until now, apart from their gear.
Right.
And now I found out, oh hey, so my character does a lot of control stuff. Turns out it works really well with this ability from my engineering officer, the Quantum Mortar. You see 100 damage, 100 damage, then you see the mortar hit, it's like 1300. It's like, okay, kind of wish I'd had that out earlier.
Right. Oh,
normally that thing wouldn't be as effective because they don't stand still, but you have one of my abilities where it actually draws them into the oh, hey, seeing ducks. That works.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so this is what happened with the stuff that I redid. I changed it to more tactical and engineering healing, that is. Brought my weapon damage up, that's for sure. So, also, too, Focus Frenzy. I don't exactly know what that one does. Okay, so gains a buff. Oh, let me get to where I'm going so I can stop moving.
And if I'm gonna look at my stats, I have to be out of sector space.
Right. So it says Focus
Or
Frenzy.
Or some of my abilities are dependent on different procs. I think, yeah, my base damage from my Overload Cascade usually sits about 85,000.
Right.
In one of the binary star ones, I managed to somehow get it up to 183,000, I think.
Nice.
I think it's just because I was killing everything before anyone else could. I was just buffing my damage significantly.
Like I said, so I don't know a whole lot about Focus Frenzy, but...
Let's see, Focus Frenzy...
Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking up any House Mokai ships.
That's is that a
Looks like
starship trait or a space trait?
No, that's
ready
a,
to assist you.
when you go, it's an ability that you get when you get more tactical than anything else.
Reading a single Ferengi vessel.
Yeah, I've never used it because I haven't really gone to, okay.
But see, like, I went all engineering and I went all other stuff, so I'm just kind of like, kind of see.
I actually don't have to.
Right. First time ever seen one of them. Why?
Oh, well, instead of actually, going where you're supposed to go, it turns a bit and then just keeps going until you get somewhere else. Until it notifies you, we're not allowed to go into deep space. I didn't tell you to go into deep space, I told you to go into deep space.
Now I get what you're saying.
Why the hell did you... I told you. Turn here, go to this location. You just took off at full warp. You didn't even try turning. What the hell?
You're fired. So like, I'm doing really good, because I'm doing a patrol on Elite. I'm doing the very first one. And I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really tempted to just try messaging people that run this game asking, hey, you know, I'm trying to run, you know, like science tank here, my science build, which means I'm using shields. So what's my shield resistance stat? Never put the stats in.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're...
How much EPG do I have?
Yeah, you're...
Oh, you didn't put that stat in either.
That's right. You were having that problem the last time,
you have
too.
defense, and you have general, and I know for a fact on defense that I'm more than just those three types. And I've got probably 9.63 accuracy.
How much accuracy?
9.63.
Oh yeah, but you're not really using your weapons. You're using more...
especially not for PvP.
Yeah, you're using more or less using your
my abilities.
Yeah, your abilities.
You don't really need accuracy when you're dropping a gravity well on top of them.
Yeah, of course, yeah. No way.
I've got 14% crit chance. 161 severity.
So you... Oh, that reminds me. I gotta see what my thing is. Yeah, see, mine's 156 with a constant crit chance at 30. So I don't think that's too bad, do you?
Nope. Main reason my crit chance is so low, don't need it. It is there for one weapon and one weapon only. My wide angle dual heavy beam banks.
Right. There's one I've got to get, and that's the disruptor, but I got to get it off one of the reputations. I got the phaser, but I need the disruptor one. Like I just crit two back to back. One was 74 and the other one was 94. I'm actually doing a lot better now as far as crit chance. Because doing this too, I added a little bit more crit severity. Stuff like that, but doing this kind of made me a little bit more of a glass cannon, if you will. I definitely do a lot more damage than I was doing.
Well, badly, the British...
Let me stop. And see if I put my regular disruptors on that I usually use. Because they're
I
all...
wish I had more options for science in terms of weapons, but I really don't, unless I'm going for an exotic energy build.
Right.
And that's only really possible as kind of like a secondary thing, anyways.
I mean... And now my... How is that possible? Me switching that around actually boosted up my Voice of the Prophets. It was only doing like 10 something, and now it's doing 14 something, almost 15,000 damage. I didn't know boosting my stuff up because that's just like a
company.
I mean, I can't really say that's a science field. It's not. It's just an experimental weapon.
Does anyone ever want to be hunted by an agent?
Here it is. The one thing that could make an energy exotic build is best served. Because it takes a 1 percentage of your energy level and provides a
Right.
Enormous damage below a threshold of 350. My energy weapons do so many damages.
Right.
I'm sorry, this weapon is better by comparison. It's damage reduction.
just did 113,000. Okay. I forgot he was in still even in here. He wasn't really saying anything. No. Like I said, I really don't care what my ship does to these guys, because like my resistance sucks right now. So when I get hit by something, what? Didn't do it.
No, tomorrow.
I think lifeguard actually just went and joined another party here.
I need to stop and get some toothpaste. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I think I'm gonna go ahead and join them, so I'll talk to you later, okay?
Alright. Alright. Take it easy, bud.
Yep, you too.
Now, what were you saying, baby?
I said tomorrow.
Toothpaste?
Yeah, I need to get some toothpaste.
Okay, gotcha.
Trying to make this interesting. Prove you're worth the hunt.
Shit. Fuck away from me, man.
They're down to a few shaded. Keep up the pressure.